So, it was the holidays a few days ago, and I haven't done like a really cool video that I know you guys would like. And you guys have always been asking me, hey, redo your guitar collection video. Well, I don't have that much. I have a few other ones, but I don't want to do a whole other collection video. So what is another video that I have not done that you guys have not seen? And on this pool table, I have all of my pedals. So I thought I would show you them. And there's a lot, so I might have to go kind of fast. But anyways, let's start off with the most important, well, one of the most important for me, I guess, tuners. I have two foot switch tuners. GFS Electronics, they're like 40 bucks online new. They take a 9-volt, big screen, I like them. So yeah, I'm starting off with the boring stuff first, and then I'll get to the more exciting. But yeah, tuners. I have two of them. One for my house, one for the studios, or the jam space. But that's that. Let's see. Alright, so Crybabies. I have a few of them. Let's start off with these. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the first one I've ever bought. Crybaby 535Q. This was the first one I ever bought. The reason why I bought this one is I couldn't choose which one to get, and this one kind of does everything. And I kind of put little dots so I can see it better with Sharpie. But 535Q, that's my favorite Crybaby. Now, another one I have that I'm actually selling, I have an original 1980s Crybaby. It's very nice, I just don't need it. I got it through a trade. I might as well share it, right, since I have it. So I don't lying to you and saying I don't have, these aren't all my pedals. I have a Crybaby bass wall pedal. Now, I don't play bass that much, but when I do, I mean, I like to have a Crybaby, but I actually use this for guitar. It has a really different tone, and I was like, I wanted something different. And it's white, and actually right when you touch it, it turns on. I like that, it's cool. Yeah. Another one is actually one you guys have never seen before, I don't think, because it's been at my jam place. It is a Morley, if I said that right, Morley Power Wall Volume. And what this is a volume pedal and a Crybaby. You just hit this on, and then it's a Crybaby, and you also have a boost. I just wanted something different, and I wanted something cheap that can do 2-in-1. A volume Crybaby, I got it for like 40 bucks, so yeah, that's this one. And another favorite of mine is the Ibanez Weeping Demon. Ew, it's dirty. I hope you didn't see that on the camera. But yeah, this one's like the most versatile, I think. It's like spring-loaded, it can turn on when you touch it, or you can flip the switch and it does all that. Has all the modes. I really like this pedal. I think this is a really underrated wall pedal. But that's that one. So now, we're going to move on to distortion pedals. Actually, wait, no. I'm going to shoot this one in the middle too. I have a Volume Boss VF50. I got this at a garage sale for $3. So I really like it. And it works. It does everything. It does seamless. It doesn't do any crackling or anything. But $3, I was like, yeah, let's try it. And it worked. Alright, so distortion pedals. Or mainly metal distortion pedals. So you guys have seen some of these in my videos, I'm sure. This is the Bayang metal end, and this is a really affordable pedal. It's like 60 bucks, and it does like everything that like a Boss Metal Zone would do, but it has a little bit more EQing that you have to do to make it sound good. But it's very nice. I like how it's chrome. But yeah, it's a Chinese pedal, and I like it. This was my first metal pedal. Was the TL2. Hardwire. I actually had two of these at one point because I loved them so much, and I would keep them at my drummers, and then I would keep one here. But now that I've started to crank my amps and actually use my tubes, I don't really use these as much, so they're just more for fun. Boss Metal Zone. So many people will talk crap about these, but these are still like the go-to metal pedal. I can't go wrong with it. I like it. I'm gonna keep it. Why not? You know. And Bogner Ubershaw. Now, this pedal is a it's the exact like chip of the Bogner Uberschall distortion. It just doesn't have the tube and all the other parts in it. So basically, if I put this in the back of my Huni Kettner, I get an Uberschall tone. I love this pedal. I don't need it, so I'm actually going to sell it. But yeah, it's a very nice pedal, and I'm glad I bought it, and glad I got to play it, but I just don't need it. And yeah, it's too much money to be sitting, so yep, that one's for sale. Another fun pedal, I actually made this, and as you can tell, I did make this, because if you know me, I love my artwork of blood. It's very dusty. It's a kill switch, and I made this, and I housed it in the right metal casting, but I think it's this pedal, this little dot, it kills your tone. Literally, it's a kill switch that kills your tone. But I made it look all nice, and then I found out, I was like, why are there no high end in my amp? And it was this. So this was my first attempt and last attempt of making a pedal. But I just keep it around for paperweight, I guess. Now, I'm going to show you the other kind of pedals that I use that are kind of more tools. Like, these are tool pedals to shape your tone, make your tone sound a little bit better. But yeah, so Boss EQ, the GE7 EQ. This is just a good standard EQ. It has all little frequencies or whatever. If you have too many highs in your amps, you can use this pedal, or you can boost this and use this as a boost pedal, which I've done before. But yeah, very cool pedal. I think everyone should have one. I think everyone should have the next four that I show you and that one, because they're just good tools, I think. Boss Sustainer and Compressor. Compression Sustainer, CS3, and these settings are actually Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold. See if you if you have this pedal, you can copy that. Yeah, I love he has like a signature compressor tone on the clean channel, and I was like, what is that? So I found out what it was, and I taped it on my pedal. But yeah, this pedal's great, especially if you have guitars that just need a little bit more sustain. BB Sonic Stomp Maximizer. This is like, it's hard to describe. I actually have a rack mount unit with two of these in it, and this one. It shapes your tone and makes it can make a crappy amp sound better, or it can make a good amp sound even better, or it might not make it sound good at all. I don't know. That's up to you though. But anyways, yeah, that's a great pedal. It's good with everything: drums, vocals, bass, everything. ISP Decimator. This is actually the heaviest single pedal I had. It's actually freaking heavy chrome or whatever it is. Decimator noise reduction. This is by far like my favorite noise reduction pedal. The moment you stop playing, it's gone. It doesn't like whistle out. It's just a great pedal. And I keep it around like I think at 30, minus 30 or minus 40. But it's great. And before I had that one, I had the NS2. I still have it. It is beat the shit. This one works and it's great, and I don't really want to sell it because I don't ever know if I wanted to use both at both houses, at the jam space and at my place. So I just kept both of them, but if I ever need to make money, I can always turn and burn that one. Alright, so let's see. Here's another one that you guys have known I've been using. I use this on almost all my videos. This is a Whammy DT drop tune. And this pedal is my god. I love this pedal. This pedal has changed my life as far as writing music, because it does all the harmonies, it does all the detune, it actually digitally drops your guitar tuning. So like if I really wanted to play like, I don't know, if I was in standard and playing AC/DC and then I wanted to drop it and play Guns N' Roses, I can do that like that. And there's like no latency, it's great. Some people, I hate digital stuff, like real digital, like the digital computer crap, and I know you can do that through computers, but this, it's just, to me, more pure. And of course you got Whammy where you can go octave up and down. If I had to say right now, this is probably my #1 used pedal. I would have to say it is. I've actually broke this part a little bit. I've like pressed down hard, which sucks because I paid too much money for this. But yeah, awesome pedal. I think everyone should get one. Let's see. So now, I'm going to do my overdrives. Overdrives. Alright, so if you guys did not see my video, I did an overdrive shootout. And I used 5 pedals. Yeah, I used 5 pedals, and then right after I got another one. So now I have 6 here. But let's start with the one I'm probably going to sell, because I did the review. I just didn't care for it that much. Delta Lab I guess it's T01. This is a great pedal, and for affordable price. If you can't afford a tube screamer, just get one of these. It's solidly built. It's great. I just don't need it. Washburn Soloist Distortion. This is another great one. I got this free when I bought my EC1000, the green guitar. I bought that guitar, and this pedal actually came free with it. It's free $30 pedal, and why sell it, right? It's not really worth anything, but I like it. I have a Boss OD3. This is like a standard overdrive pedal. It's really great. I used it for a little bit. I actually put a few nicks on it, as you can see, barely. But I'm selling it because, like I said, I have too many overdrive pedals. But yeah, now everyone knows, everyone has to have a TS9. TS9 Tube Screamer is just like, if you have a tube amp, it's just like the one thing that magically makes your amp sound that much better. But it's great. I definitely recommend everyone trying one out and seeing if it's going to benefit you. But yeah, so then I have my brand new OCD full tone overdrive, and right now this is my favorite overdrive. It has high, lows, everything. It's great, and it's made in USA, which is pretty cool. But I got it through a trade, and I was like gonna sell it, and then I was like, I'm gonna sell 2 other pedals. I was gonna sell these 2 to equal this one, and that's what I'm gonna do. And this one's competitor for my second favorite overdrive. The OCD is definitely my favorite, and the T-Rex Mean Machine. I love this pedal. It didn't come out as great as I wanted it to in the video shootout, but it is killer. It has 2 overdrive channels. They're both the same, but now if you wanted to, you can boost one, make one boosted and one more like saturated with gain, and then you can switch between the 2, or you can turn it off and just use the amp, which is totally cool. I never heard of this pedal, and I got it from a friend, and it is awesome. Great pedal. Alright, so now we're going to move on to more so like the crazier side of stuff. The effects. These are my effects. Carbon copy. Everyone, if you want a simple delay that just does everything you want and can be the tool you need, this is the pedal you need. Carbon copies are amazing, and every time I was like, oh, that band sounds so good live, what are they using? Carbon copy, every time. So I was like, simple delay, I need it, I'm gonna buy it. The first one I bought though, DL8, was a hardwire. I love the hardwire series, and this one actually has a little bit of a looper that you can hold and then loop it, and loop it again. That was a really great tool at the time. Even though it looped a little bit, it still got me to hear both guitars, but I would always do them off timing because it's hard to do this one. But yeah, this one's it has all the delay models in it, and then the loop, which I needed. But this one's a little bit harder to dial in, so I got the carbon copy. And let's see. Alright, so now we're gonna go. You're gonna find out which ones are my favorite because I have 3 of each. MXR, Black Label. This is Zakk Wylde's chorus pedal, MXR's. MXR is kind of like a newer thing I'm getting into now. I still kind of, just as a signature easy tone, I just get with Boss, but MXR I'm kind of moving to. I kind of like them a lot. But yeah, so Zakk Wylde, and I got that one through a trade as well. And a lot of these pedals I got through trades, and I was going to sell, and then I was like, all right, I'll just keep that one and sell another one. This was my first one, a CE3 Boss chorus. It's like a standard good chorus. Couldn't go wrong with it, and this was the first one I got. And then recently I just got the CR7 hardwire chorus. This one actually does a little bit of both of those, and it does it all in one, and it actually has 2 channel inputs. Very nice pedal. As you know, I always brag about hardwire. I love hardwire. Alright, so now let's go with phasers. This was the first phaser I had. Boss PH3. Actually, let me rephrase that. This was the 3rd PH3 I've had. I broke the other 2. I have no idea what I did. I put it through the amp signal chain wrong or something, and every time they kept breaking. So, Boss, if you know what that problem is, please fix it. But yeah, this is a great pedal. I know like Hoobastank and all of these other bands that I've heard phasers in them, they always use this pedal. So I was like, gotta get it. It's very space age. And what's cool, I have an MXR Zakk Wylde phaser. I wasn't gonna pay 90 bucks for a phaser that was MXR that was like only one knob, so I paid like 30 bucks for this. And what's cool is now I have Zakk Wylde's stuff. Even though I don't really like getting signature stuff, I was like, why not? Just play with it. Now I can sound like Zakk Wylde for a minute. And then this is the other new one I got. This was a SP7 phaser hardwire. This pedal is really unique. It does like an envelope phaser mode, which is really cool. Like every time you strum it, the phaser starts. But yeah, it's very neat pedal. And I have just the reverb, the hardwire reverb, and then I have them all, you know. The hardwire, whichever one. Now these are ones that I'm still building on, and I wanted to collect the other three, but Boss Phaser, or not Phaser, Boss Flanger, the BF3. These are all so dirty. I'm embarrassed. But yeah, I just wanted a flanger. I actually like flanger more than phaser, believe it or not, but I just can't find flangers to be more affordable. I want the MXR flanger, but it's too expensive, and it takes an 18 volt, so not into that. But maybe I'll get it. This is another cool one. Boss AC3 acoustic simulator. It basically makes your electric guitar sound acoustic, kind of. It's kind of a neat tool, and it actually has reverb built in it, so it's kind of cool. You can use it as a reverb machine just to make your guitar sound cool and ambient, or you can use it to sound more like an acoustic. And the best part is, like, whenever I play on stage and we do acoustic songs, I ain't bringing my acoustic. It's too big and ugly, so I'll just use this. Another one, Hardwire TR7 tremolo and rotary. It has all the little settings, just like the other pedals. Very cool pedal. Alright, almost done. Now, we're going to move to my favorite effect pedal, or effects. I know there's flanger, phaser, and all those other ones. These are my favorite ones. Reverb is my absolute favorite. I think it's the god of all pedals. This is just a simple reverb, a T-Rex reverb. I don't even know the name of this one, but it has modern and spring, and then decay and depth, and I got this, and I'm supposed to sell it, but I was like, I just need a simple reverb, throw it up, and I haven't even really used it, but I will now, because my ambient stuff. This is, I have two favorite reverb pedals, and this one is one. Hardwire Supernatural Ambient Reverb, made in USA. This was like, I got this a year before it actually like came out, because Pro Guitar Shop was selling it before everyone else. But yeah, they're now just starting to hit stores, and if you've ever played this, my style, I have like a very dark ambient image that I love to put out, that I hear in my head, and this pedal is that. This pedal is what gets me all my dark, weird emotions out into an ambient sort of state, and this is my ticket. This is exactly what I use every time, because it's just dark, and I love that. It's definitely going to be used. It's been used in my band already, and it's going to be used again. But yeah, and then now so this is the dark side, ambient, and like what you're listening to right now in the background, that's me playing, that's ukulele, and it's actually Strymon Blue Sky. Woo! I've been wanting this pedal for so long, and I finally got it. It's kind of stupid, because here I am sitting with all these pedals, and I'm like, Strymon Blue Sky is too expensive, I can't find it for a good deal. And just like Strymon and like Mesa and those kind of brands, they never go down in price. So I got this one, I would never say cheap, I just got it for a decent deal. And I was tired of waiting, because I've been wanting to put my ambient stuff out for you guys, but I've been waiting for this pedal, because this is going to be my #1 tool. But yeah, I finally got it. This has been my longest wait for a pedal, and yeah. Now, these are two others. Now, I don't like multi-effects processors, like those huge-ass units, like big pedal boards that are connected all together. I don't like them, because when they break, they're just not that great. I don't like them. So I like having the simplicity of knobs. So it's a Line 6 DL4. This is 3 delay presets and your tap tempo. And whenever you do looping, that's actually what's on it. When you do looping and you hit it, it records it and you can loop over it. You can slow it down. You can speed it up, I think. And you can. It's just easy, very effective, and it has all of these like settings that you can make. So it's everything you need. Once when a pedal has an LED screen, I don't like them. I stay away from them. Other than tuners, this is very simple, but yet does everything I would need. So if I get really hectic and start playing like heavy amounts of songs, this would be the thing I would be using for delay. Now another one is the MM4 Line 6. This is a modulator of flanger, chorus, phaser, tremolo. Yeah, it does all of those, and it's also, like I said, it's actually 4. These are 4 preset ones. And if you just were crazy and you wanted to do a ton of effects live, and I want to keep it simple, this is what I would use. So, and last but not least, this is called the Boss SL20 Slicer. And what this does is a really alien, crazy tone. Actually, if you listen to my band's YouTube, you'll hear it's on there. It does a slicing effect. It goes doo-doo-doo-doo, and it goes back and forth. That's what this pedal is. Very odd pedal. I got it through a trade. Had no idea what it was, and I was like, all right, it's worth money. I'll sell it. And then I got it, and I was like, this is really funky. And this is the craziest pedal I probably have out of like weirdest wonky tones. But yeah, so that is all my pedals. As you can see, actually you can't see, but if I lifted this, there's everywhere. So many pedals, and I'm sorry that this video took so long. But yeah, you can check out my band. You can follow my Instagram. My band is Lies Behind Your Eyes. My Instagram is Ericshreds. My Facebook is Ericshreds. My SoundCloud is Ericshreds or Eric C Card. But all of these links are down below. If you like this, subscribe. Sure. If you want to see my guitar collection, check out my videos. You guys are awesome. You guys brighten up my day with your positivity, and I love it. And yeah, the other last thing I want to say is I'm actually making an ambient album right now. That's what this is here on the table. Is I'm going to be using it, and I'm going to write an album. I don't know if it's even going to be worth money or anything, but it's going to be an ambient album, and I think you're going to like it. But I'll definitely post it. So stay tuned. I will see you guys later. Check out my band. Peace.